Lewis Hamilton, seven-time world champion, walking through the legendary Maranello factory for the first time as a Ferrari driver. The weight of history, the pressure of expectations, and the burning desire for that elusive eighth championship all converging in one moment. But here's what nobody saw coming. Ferrari isn't just preparing for 2026, they're preparing to completely demolish everything we thought we knew about Formula One dominance. What you're about to discover will blow your mind, because Ferrari's 2026 project isn't just ambitious, it's borderline insane. And Lewis Hamilton, he might have just made the smartest career move of his entire life, or the most catastrophic. The clock is ticking, and every single detail matters, because this could determine whether Hamilton retires as the greatest of all time, or just another driver who came close. The 2025 season has been absolutely brutal for Ferrari fans. 0 wins. Think about that for a second. The most successful team in Formula One history, going an entire season without a single victory. The frustration is real, the pressure is mounting, and Hamilton's voice demanding a switch to 2026 development finally broke through the chaos in Maranello. What happened next will give you goosebumps. Ferrari didn't just listen, they went nuclear on their 2026 project. Sources reveal that 70% of their revolutionary car is already completed, and the aerodynamic development happening behind closed doors in Maranello will continue until November. But here's where it gets absolutely fascinating. The man leading this charge is none other than Loic Serra, the engineer who worked intimately with Hamilton at Mercedes and mysteriously left Brackley just 1 year before Lewis made his shocking Ferrari announcement. Coincidence? Absolutely not. This was orchestrated brilliance, and the implications are stagger. Serra carries Mercedes' deepest secrets, understands Hamilton's driving style better than almost anyone, and now he's weaponizing all of that knowledge for Ferrari's 2026 assault. The Italian team believes they have the inside track to not just compete with Mercedes, but to absolutely destroy them where it hurts most. The technical revolution Ferrari is unleashing will reshape everything you think you know about Formula One engineering. We're talking about 3D printed cylinder heads that sound like science fiction, advanced alloys that push the boundaries of materials science, higher chamber pressure that maximizes every ounce of power, and aggressive cooling systems that would make NASA engineers jealous. But the real game changer, slimmer radiators leading to impossibly narrow side pods that could unlock aerodynamic efficiency Mercedes only dreams about. Here's something that should terrify Mercedes engineers. Ferrari is taking direct inspiration from McLaren's MCL39 philosophy, the same approach that helped McLaren dominate large portions of recent seasons. The thermal efficiency strategies, the closed-body aerodynamics, the weight distribution. Ferrari is essentially copying the homework of the best students in class and then improving it with their legendary Italian engineering passion. The numbers alone will shock you. The minimum weight regulation drops to 768 kilograms. That's 30 kilos lighter than 2025 cars. But Ferrari's engine will also shed 30 kilograms, creating the perfect opportunity for revolutionary sidepod designs that could give them the aerodynamic advantage they desperately need. Every gram matters, every curve counts, and Ferrari is treating this like the engineering battle of their lives. But wait, there's more strategic brilliance at play. Ferrari becomes the official power unit supplier to Cadillac, meaning they'll have additional cars on track, providing crucial data feedback. Think about the competitive advantage. While Mercedes focuses on their own 2 cars, Ferrari will be analyzing performance data from 4 cars across different teams, different driving styles, different setup philosophies. It's like having multiple laboratories working on the same experiment simultaneously. The partnership dynamics are shifting dramatically. Haas continues their collaboration, while Audi's entry removes Sauber from Ferrari's customer list, but adding Cadillac more than compensates. Diego Tondi, working alongside Serra, is pushing engineering boundaries that seemed impossible just months ago. Fred Vasseur, Ferrari's team principal, hints at potential regulation loopholes similar to the legendary double diffuser advantage from 2009. Imagine if Ferrari discovers something similar for 2026. Vasseur's words should send chills down every competitor's spine. When we are speaking about the engine, you don't make the difference with the engine anymore. Next year, it's another story. If someone is doing a better job on the tyre impact on performance, even if it's half a second, you won't compensate just with power. You could have some loophole on the chassis side which could open up opportunities. Translation: Ferrari isn't just building a car, they're building a weapon designed to exploit every possible advantage the new regulations allow. This is chess played at the highest level, where one brilliant discovery could determine championship outcomes for years. But here's the terrifying reality check that keeps Ferrari engineers awake at night. The last time they attempted such aggressive development for a regulation change, disaster struck. The 2025 season stands as a haunting reminder. Ferrari had championship-winning potential, led the constructors' fight until the final race, then made radical design changes that backfired spectacularly. The aggressive approach that promised everything delivered nothing but heartbreak and empty trophy cabinets. History's shadow looms large, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Lewis Hamilton doesn't have unlimited time. Retirement approaches faster than anyone wants to admit, and he needs that 8th championship to cement his legacy as the undisputed greatest driver in Formula One history. Achieving it with Ferrari would transform him from champion to legend, from great driver to mythical figure in Maranello's sacred halls. The internal battle brewing between Hamilton and Charles Leclerc adds another layer of drama that could define everything. Leclerc has spent years adapting to Ferrari's unique characteristics, understanding their car's personality in ways that typically take seasons to develop. Hamilton arrives with 7 championships but faces the challenge of mastering machinery that may behave completely differently from anything he's experienced. The psychological warfare begins before they even hit the track. Mercedes insiders are reportedly confident about their 2026 prospects, believing they possess the most dominant power unit package. The Formula One paddock whispers suggest Mercedes could repeat their 2014 hybrid-era domination, the kind of overwhelming superiority that the FIA desperately wants to prevent but may struggle to control. If those whispers prove accurate, Ferrari's mountain to climb becomes Everest-sized. The championship drought haunting Ferrari stretches back to Kimi Raikkonen's 2007 triumph, nearly 2 decades without drivers' championship glory. The Constructors' Championship remains equally elusive, and the pressure building in Maranello reaches suffocating levels. They possess arguably the strongest driver lineup on paper, but 2025 proved that paper statistics and track reality often exist in completely different universes. Everything hinges on 2026's execution. Ferrari's engineering brilliance, Hamilton's championship hunger, Leclerc's raw speed, and Serra's Mercedes insights converging into either the perfect storm of success or the most devastating disappointment in recent Formula One memory. The regulation reset provides the ultimate opportunity for Ferrari to reclaim their throne, but it also represents their last realistic chance before Hamilton's inevitable retirement. The revolution begins now. The pieces are moving into position, and Ferrari's 2026 gamble will either restore their championship legacy or add another chapter to their recent history of almosts and what-ifs. Every technical decision made in Maranello's halls, every strategic choice by Vasseur, every adaptation by Hamilton and Leclerc will determine whether Ferrari emerges as 2026's dominant force or remains Formula One's most beautiful underachievers. What do you think? Can Ferrari finally break their championship curse and give Hamilton that legendary 8th title? Will their aggressive 2026 approach succeed where previous attempts failed? Drop your predictions in the comments below. I want to know if you think this is Ferrari's moment or another setup for heartbreak. And if this inside look at Ferrari's 2026 revolution got your heart racing, smash that subscribe button because we're diving deep into every team's 2026 secrets that could change Formula One forever. Trust me, what's coming next will absolutely shock you.